love to connect with you. This is going to be super fun. This is going to be really interactive as well. This is going to be around 45 minutes. So if you don't know me, I'm Jasmin Manke, and I'm a success mentor for female coaches and consultants. I help them create six-figure empires. And today I'm actually joined by the one and only Nina Levchuk, and I really hope that I've pronounced your name correctly, darling. Nina is a startup and VC lead at Google. She's a speaker, career coach, and a blogger, and also on Instagram. So very excited that we're here, and we're going to be going live on IG as well. So let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this, and let's start our live. So join us everywhere. So 1, 2, 3, and we are live on the Instagram. Hello, everyone, guys. Happy Friday. I'm really happy to see you all tonight. So if you don't know me, my name is Nina, and I'm working for Google. So if you don't know me, startup and business. And so yes, I would love to talk today with you tonight about what is our marathon is. So if it's your first time and you just joined me first time in this live, we are running right now series of sessions with some really and very powerful ladies who actually not only achieve a great result in their life, but they as well empowering ongoingly, day to day, others. And that's why we call it the lockdown movement. So during those 2 weeks, you will be able to really set your mindset for success with your team, like really optimize your personal brand with Karina Sporina, as well as going to learn with me how to build the CV to get hired in any company in the world. And if you missed our last live, unfortunately it didn't save, but you can check my last post about how to optimize your wardrobe to not to waste energy, but instead actually use this energy to build your own career or business or overall your life. So that's enough about the marathon, and that's enough about me. Please be active today because we have very special guests. Her name is Jasmin Manke, and she is success coach. When I first met this lady, I was completely blown away and impressed how amazing she is. She's super young and amazing lady, and she already was able to build her own successful company. And not only to build her own successful company, but she as well actually empowering and educating how to build successful company other women. And that's why she is today here, and that's why we're going to talk today about how to set your mind for success. So let me add her on quickly so she will appear in a second. And please welcome her, wave, send hearts, be active, and of course ask the questions. So we're waiting for Jasmin. She's going to appear just in a second, and I'm really looking forward for that because I'm sure that would be amazing. Hi. So happy to hear you tonight. How are you, dear?
I'm good. So excited to talk with you. Nice to see you again.
Same here. Absolutely same here. So I already gave us very small introduction about you, but I think that would be amazing if you as well tell us a bit your life story. How did you get there? Like, how did you build your own career company, and how did you get to the actually stage where you're already helping the other women to build six-figure number business?
Of course. So I always realized that I wanted to do something that was very successful. I was always a very kind of driven, motivated individual, and I always wanted to make stuff happen. So I just realized, okay, what can I do to be very successful? And I have to be really honest, I did not believe that I could be successful without joining a corporate and climbing the corporate ladder, and also without a man. So those are my limiting beliefs just a few years ago, and I'm the type of person that realize I'm very authentic and there's so much BS out there, very like fake stuff. So if you ask me a question, you will always get my 100% truthful answer. And I actually worked in real estate for a hedge fund as well, and I was in this perfect reality, and it actually wasn't the perfect. I realized that I was not happy. And in the end, I found my passion. And fast forward today, I built a 7-figure business at age 25. I coach hundreds of women worldwide so they can have more impact and more time and money faster than they could even imagine. Just yesterday, we were celebrating one of my clients. She just invested into herself, into the Confident Boss Academy 4 weeks ago, and she already tripled her investment.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Like, and I know that's not the first case, because I remember when we first time met, you were telling me about like tons of different cases, obviously all confidentially, but like what the women were able to achieve. And I was sitting and like was so inspired. So like probably my question would be as well, like, where it start? Like, you know, how did you understand that you would be the right person to do that? How you built your own company, like how did you set up your actually mindset for success, and yeah, and how you doing this? Like, share with us the magic. We're all curious to hear about that.
Absolutely. So I think the most important thing when starting your own business is of knowing what you want to be doing. I think knowing exactly what you want to be like. Filter, Nina, you're so funny.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to actually set up the good filter, but it doesn't like really. Okay, that's all. But you continue, please continue.
Sure. So basically, you want to make sure you know exactly what your specific vision is, and you want what you want and what you don't want. So unless you actually have a specific idea of moving forward, it's going to be very tough for you to have, right? And I like to stress that point, because if you don't know what you want in your business, you will end up creating a 9-to-5 job over and over again. You have to have specific time, amount of boundaries of knowing exactly how much time do you want to spend in your business, and how much money do you want to be earning, doing what specifically. Because I want you to be able to start a business that you actually love doing, where you love almost every single aspect of it, rather than hating a couple things, but actually not making enough money to be able to outsource it either. So the idea is you showing up for the things that you really are best at. And I could actually teach something a little bit controversial, which is I don't actually need you to your weaknesses. I want you to use your weaknesses to actually hire people to fill in those and let them do what they're doing best, so you can be your best self and become even more successful.
That's super interesting. So you're saying that, so I need to understand like where I'm the best. But you know, so many women around me who, like, for instance, they want to start their own business, but it's for them really because their self-confidence is so low, right? So for them, it's very even hard to understand where they best are. And this is where, like, you know, probably you are coming, because as a success coach, you probably uncovering what is their ability is. So maybe you could tell us a bit how you start to work with those women, right? And how are you starting, like, really setting up their mind to believe in themselves?
Great question. I love it. So that's actually part of the Confident Boss Academy. So I can just quick run through so you kind of know the game plan step by step. Basically, a woman with me, she's a coach, she's a consultant, she's a service entrepreneur, and she really wants to have a 6-figure business in whatever she's doing. She might be confused of not knowing exactly how can she best serve her clients, because she's not quite sure which situation she should be serving her clients in, what's the best situation for her to give, right? So the first thing I always do is I meet them with. So obviously, if she is in a situation where she has already got clients, we're going to see how can we actually market her messaging better, of being more specific on her ideal lead, create her as an offer of what the exact pricing is, what exactly should she do to increase the leads, and better sales strategy. If it's somebody who doesn't really know what she wants to do, the first thing is really brainstorming of kind of getting her a mindset of actually believing she can do it and actually having the right figures to back it up. So I have spiritual practices, I have got mindset stuff, but I'm half German, so I also have the numbers in place. I know exactly how many clients do you need, at what price, and with which enrollment rate to get XYZ, let's say 10,000 per month. or more. So then we kind of set up a portfolio, and I call it the six-figure success formula. It's the goal roadmap to their 10K month.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but that's kind of like the first kind of situation and the foundation of what we need to do, because unless we have a very strong foundation, we're not actually able to build anything on top of it, because it's kind of like building a boat or a car or something, but the engine has to be set up properly, because you might be sitting in a Lamborghini, but you don't know how to drive it, so the Lamborghini is not going to be anything good for you. But first we need to get gears in place, that the tank is fueled, that we have the car set up properly, right? The engine is on fire. But then also, which is then obviously the second part, is knowing engine and make sure we get leads in consistent, ideal leads that the clients love to be moving forward, knowing the best practice, right? That's the next.
That's super interesting. And where did you learn that? So that's successful career in the hedge fund. You probably were earning a good money. You decided to drop.
Let me just make sure that it's okay. Perfect. It's all set up now. So the idea really is that I knew deep inside of me, I love helping people. Whenever somebody has a problem, I adore helping people. Like my favorite thing to do is fix that problem. Like now. So I have, and this is what I like to say as well. Yesterday I did a live stream on my IG and my YouTube channel about how you can turn your weaknesses and your less desired flaws, right? Less desired characteristics into your superpowers. So I'm a very impatient type of person, which is my superpower because I make things happen now, right? So I make things happen now. And I kind of looked at myself and I was like, how can I use what I have right now in order to help more people faster and better? So I love creating systems. I love focusing on how things work out better and be very efficient, right? So my Romanian fire, right? Eastern European power. And then my German kind of like system-driven efficiency. How can we make this happen now? And then I realized, okay, I want to do something, but I can't exactly start anything with business coaching because I don't even have clients yet. And that is very important. When you start something, you have to start with something you have already mastered or have helped somebody already master it, right? So I started out with overcome fear and gain confidence coaching. And I got so many clients so fast. And I also have a bachelor's degree in international business with French and Spanish and communication strategies and blah, blah, blah. And I also have a master's in psychology, mental health, and neuroscience. So I know the best of both worlds. I also have a coaching certification. I'm an accredited personal professional coach. So I have the credentials to back me up. But in the end, what helped me get the most of my experience and the best results was actually the experience. The experience itself of having the clients come up, of focusing best practices, of working with other coaches, of seeing what do they do that I like, what do they do that I don't like. And then I've created my own to add my own feminine energy, but also the masculine energy with the systems. So I've recreated my own system because I saw what worked for my business on how I was able to hit 7 figures. And now I taught it to my clients and they're hitting 6 figures. And now we're repeating it and always improving the best systems with innovation.
That's super interesting. And this is very impressive. I mean, like you're just 25 and you already did so many things in your life. So, and it's just beginning. I'm sure with you, it's only just beginning and more to come. And so if I'm thinking about like, if I would, let's say, come to your coaching, right? Remember, we had this conversation already before, and I will decide to do my own business, right? And I will ask you first question. So where should I start, Jasmin, right? What would be like probably recommendations to me, that your first recommendation? So you already said it in terms of like joining your course where people could really do through the different practice, starting from business practice, but as well spiritual practice, right? Really uncover its strengths and etc. and really build the base. What would be the next step? So I would say if you would need to give the speech for dummies, like 5 steps, how to set your mind for success, what it would be?
I love this. I love this. First of all is knowing what you want. So I would ask you, Nina, how much money do you want to make a month and how many people do you want to help? I believe your income is a direct reflection of how many people you're serving, you're helping. It's what you should be focusing on. The more money you're making, the more people you're serving. So it's not really about the money. It's about how many people can you help. So how many people do you want to impact on a monthly basis and how much do you want to charge that feels comfortable for you? And then moving forward, what do you want to offer? So that's all kind of one step kind of thing of getting that foundation. I've already briefly touched upon that. The next thing is I would ask you, what do you have right now available? Now, I know you have a lot of Instagram followers. You have a great, you're doing blogging. You obviously, you work at Google. You have a great, good connections, and you have that already. What do you have available right now that we could leverage? So I would focus on your situation because, I am a big fan of using what's already working and then just improving. So moving forward with kind of understanding what do you have right now and how can we use it? The next thing is, okay, we need to clarify. We need to have an ideal client avatar. So anybody who's going on your profile will know this is for me. And this, okay, I should watch this information. I should look at her webinar. I should connect with her. This is why. 2 questions every single client or person is always asking themselves. Number 1, is this for me? Automatically. This is completely subconscious, by the way. Nobody knows about this, but this is what people ask themselves on a psychological basis. Is this for me? And will this work? I will watch like a landing page, right? You'll scroll. Yeah. Oh, this program looks interesting. The Confident Boss Academy. What it's for? Oh, it's a female coaches and consultants. It's for me. Okay, I'm a female coach. Okay, I want to earn 6 figures. It's for me. But now, why should I invest in this program? Will it work for me, right? Probably there's more questions like, is it interesting? What does it feel like? But first question is it for me? And second question is, will this work? So that's the next thing that you always have to answer in your marketing and messaging. And then I will say, okay, what is the one ideal offer that you can offer to your clients? At what price point? How is it going to be set up? How is there a guarantee for your clients? Because personally, my most important thing when I help my clients is, will their programs actually help their clients? Because I want to feel good giving them my sales strategies, and I share my exact sales script. It's called the Sexy Sales System, and how I made 7 figures word for word. And I know it will work, and you can basically sell anything. But the most important thing is that I feel good about handing them the script, so they're going to do good in this world with it. So this is point 3. Then the next one is getting a funnel of getting more seen, more engagement, creating omnipresence, increasing your visibility, and then automating and scaling. So that's basically the next steps that I would recommend.
And that's a lot, right?
Yeah, you asked me 5.
That's a journey. That's a journey, right? So it's very cheap. Okay, from your experience, right? How many students do you have right now in your overall educational base?
So how many students we have?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So we have in this round that we started a month ago, we have 41 women.
Sorry, can you repeat this?
We have 41 right now. From the last month, we have 41. So obviously we've had hundreds go through the system, but the one that we just started last month, we have 41 ladies.
And that's amazing, right? 41 ladies, 41 life changes that you could literally deliver. And working with those students, right? In how many years you're already running those programs?
This specific program, and by the way, just to say, out of 41 ladies, the majority already got breakthrough. The majority have their niche within less than 4 weeks, and actually, a couple even made their money back already.
That was my next question. You already answered it. I was wondering just how long it's taking to earn the first money when you start from zero. So that's why I was asking how many students, because I know you're running already this for a couple of years and you have already so many success cases. So I wanted to learn what the timeline, because when people are coming probably to you, they all were looking, okay, where would be I'm right now starting at A, when I'm going to get to the B, and what will it require for me? So maybe if you could educate us a bit, how long it's taking actually to get to the first goal, and how much time investment is it for your students, of course?
Yeah, so I mean, it obviously depends on your mindset. If you already, already believe that you can do it and you're just implementing it, because we are usually our own worst enemy. Like, we are the one that holds us back. Nobody else is cutting us, sitting us to a chair, telling us to do nothing. We're the ones that self-sabotage. But you can get clients within like 2 or 3 weeks. My best results have been like 2 or 3 weeks. They've made the money like back. I had one client, she made 17,000 in 2 weeks from scratch.
What was the business about, if you don't mind? I'm not sure if it's confidential or not.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was also confidence coaching and also something like business coaching as well, something similar, but not really what I am doing, because I don't actually not allow, but I don't endorse teaching something you haven't mastered, because if you've mastered, then why are you taking my course, right? So I want to make sure you're teaching something that you're not copying, but you're teaching something from your heart. This is really important to me. So actually she did something like startup coaching or something like that, but it was something business related. So yeah, and I've been doing it for 4 years, but I just recorded the new course 1 month ago, and I've added new strategies that work with the current economic crisis because of the pandemic, because of Corona, because right, with lockdown, we have all this theme going on, but really focusing on how can you use the strategies that I teach now. Because if you're trying to implement strategies that work maybe in January or beginning of the year, where the Corona wasn't as, let's say, present yet, it might not work for you because the economy has changed. You can't just ignore it. It's just a matter of a fact. So that's why I adopted and pivoted my entire coaching business around the current crisis, because moving forward, things will change in the economy. So that's why I don't know many coaches that did that. I think I'm one of the only ones who did that, of really help their students adopt to the new strategies.
One of the important things that probably maybe or question that you probably already received in many of your interviews, like self-confidence, right? You're right now sitting in front of us, beautiful lady who is like really confidently speaking about the business that she created and about her students. Probably there is a lot of your students who, for instance, coming to you with the ideas, and because they are receiving in their life a lot of biases, right? Yeah. About, oh, okay, you good looking girl, or okay, you're just very young, or okay, and maybe they're just afraid even to enter those areas because of the public perception. How did you deal with the public perception in your career? And did you have any perception actually when you were starting your own business? People saying that you may be not good enough, don't look like you should look, and the success mentor should be, I don't know, male plus 50, etc., right? Who already have 40 years behind his back. So how to deal with this, mindset, and how to really turn around and build this confidence. Do you have any practical advices that my audience hearing us today and later in recording could already start to practice?
Great question, Nina. Absolutely love it. So what I really believed when I started my journey was I thought I was not good enough. And exactly what you said, I thought I was too young, I was too blonde. I'm actually naturally brunette, but I was like, now I'm blonde and I'm young, and I haven't gotten all the years of experience and blah, blah, blah. But what I realized that it was my own insecurities that was attracting those people who asked me these types of questions, because you are always going to attract what you think and what you perceive who you are as a person. You must shift your identity and align it with who you want to be to attract the type of people. So as soon as I shifted my own mindset around my identity and my own self-worth and my own confidence, I only attracted people who actually believed in me, who were excited to invest in me, because they really believed in me and what I stand for, and they loved that I was young and that I was blonde and that I looked the way I look. So as soon as you change the way around your own perception and around yourself and your identity as the way you show up, then it's going to shift. And I'll give you a how-to right now. So it's very simple. If you are focused on yourself, your anxieties will show. But if you focus on who you are supposed to help and who you're serving and the greater good, and you stop being so focused on your own BS, right, belief system, then you're going to move forward and actually help more people, because you're actually detaching your own insecurities and your fears and your perceptions and all this stuff from what you actually are supposed to be doing on this planet, right? And who you can be serving. So you're busy thinking about how can I help this person, rather than do they think this about me? Am I too young? Is it my own because you're not giving this voice so much attention. You're shifting away from it, and you're actually focusing on how can I help this person and listening to them. And I always say, God has given us, or the universe, 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? We should listen more than we should speak, to actually listen to your client and what they need.
And that's awesome advice. And I think, the way how you describe it, it's like really resonating as well with how I'm doing in my life, as I'm as well like a very pretty young lead at Google, and I'm as well blonde, and I was well girl, and I was going through many biases in my life, but I was always remember who I am, right? And I think that's what helped me as well to succeed in my career and in my life. And I think by doing this, you as well moving yourself from the wrong energy. I mean, I know that we could have another webinar speaking about energy together with you. Not gonna do it today, but anyway, I think, guys, if you have a chance to really explore this area and understand how energy working and how your soul's connecting to the energy, that's a very important part of realization about who you are and what is happening around you. And I wanted to ask as well, guys, everyone who's listening us, please don't be shy to ask the questions. So of course, you always could do it then directly DM Jasmin in your Instagram or Facebook, but as well feel free to use this time to ask the question. So okay, so we learned today from you about 5 steps, right? How to actually start to set your mind for success. We as well have learned from you on the how-to, right, regarding to build your self-confidence and don't be afraid. You as well guide us that is from 4 weeks, right? Or sometimes it's actually even 2 weeks, and you already could start earn the money, right?
Yeah.
Just a practical question. Let's say if I have nothing, right? As you said, I have nothing, but I do dream about my own business. You ask me all this question, etc. From your average experience, there is students who are coming with absolutely zero base. As you said, base is important. And how long it's taking them to get there? To start to earn their first money, or to building their own positioning.
So the clients that I've shared, they started with nothing. No email list, no Instagram, no Facebook, nothing. So they even didn't have the money to invest. One of them had to get a loan. The other one had to ask her parents. And these are young people, these are old people, these are all women though, from any kind of countries. I have queens from Nigeria. I've got one queen specifically from Trinidad and Tobago. She's the one who just made the 9K. I'll be interviewing her on Wednesday as well on live stream. Then I have another client. She's actually 20. She's the one who made 17K. She was super shy, very, very she had no kind of confidence at all. And yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of fully immersing yourself into it and making it happen. And I mean, the course is 3 months, so it's a long time, and these queens are already winning within. So it's just a matter of really following through. And I always say success is a science, right? You have to follow the recipe for success, moving forward, of implementing and listening. Because if you keep on getting stuck with shiny object syndrome of going left and right, you are not going to follow through on that path. And remember, when I just said just a few moments ago, know what you want and do not defer from this path. If you want to earn 10K a month, how many clients do you need at what price point? So typically, the price point I give for my clients is 2,500 or 3,000, but let's make it a maths easy. For 10,000, you need 4 clients at 2,500. Very easy. 1 client a week. How many calls do you need to book? With which specific type of strategies? Let's make it just a 10% enrollment rate. So you know exactly, these are the amount of calls I need to book. This is how much time I need in outreach. I give you my scripts. I tell you what to post, when to post it, what to say. that's the thing. It's not a matter of will this work. It's like, when can you implement and how can you use being yourself, right? Because they're themselves. They're not being like me, because there's only one Jasmin, but there's also only one Nina. We're so different, and that is our superpower. That's why my strategy works for the women that are coachable, they're resourceful, and they want to make my strategy their own.
And everything is starting from your desire. That's absolutely true. And speaking about mistakes, let's speak a bit about that, or failures, right?
Yes.
I mean, we're learning from our failures. So from your experience, because you in contact with so many females who driven to do their own business, what the common mistakes you really observing that happening in the beginning of the way to the success?
So starting and investing tons of money in a website. You do not need a website in 2020. Your Instagram or Facebook is your website. People don't care your website. I mean, have you been on my website, Nina?
No, actually, because I remember we discussed with you that that was in our first meeting, right?
Yeah.
Because I was remember. Oh, should I check your website? And you said no, it's not my main.
I don't have one.
And I said okay, well, interesting. And then you tell me the story, and I was really impressed by the story.
And I purposely don't have one right now. I'm gonna create one. Actually, it's on my list for 2021. Some point. Why not? Nice to have. But it's not my main driver of income anyways. So why waste your time on things that are not going to yield best practices for your clients of what you actually should be doing? Stop wasting your time on picking nice fonts and colors. One of the biggest mistakes, making things look nice but no conversion. And if you don't make money, you only have an expensive hobby, but you're not helping people. People don't care about your website color. They care about, can you help them or not? So don't focus on branding. Don't focus on making, should look nice, but really it doesn't matter that much. What matters is, can you get them the end result and transformation that they're after? The other thing, I don't know how you like me about this, because, Google, SEO, website, I'm going to guess everything.
No, he was thinking not about those.
Yeah.
Transforming mind.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then the other thing is, the other thing is, don't waste your money on high Facebook ads. You can make a lot of money with organic approaches, with connecting with people. And then the other thing is, don't try to be someone else, and don't be honest with yourself about where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are. And don't try to fake it till you make it, because that's not going to work long term, and you're just going to burn yourself out. You're going to be resentful of what you do, because you're creating a business that's not meant for truly who you are. You're going to connect with the wrong people, because you're not going to attract the real people that are like you, because you're wearing a mask, and you can actually attract the real soul, deep connection, authentic clients, amazing people. And don't try so hard. You don't have to try or do anything. You just have to allow, be you, follow through, have fun, and it's gonna flow easily. And this is for real.
And that's a great advice. I actually wrote about that as well. One of my latest posts, that one of my goals for 2021 was really to learn how to accept and how to allow the universe give me everything what I deserve. And I think that's if you're thinking about psychology, or if you're thinking about overachievers, most of the people who so focus on success and overachievers the things, they actually really not allowing themselves to, first of all, celebrate the success, because they're always in a run, and secondly, because it's becoming as a behavior, right? They actually stop to allowing the new good things happening to their life. And as well, they are very critical to themselves. They worry about any single small mistakes, etc. So I think even for myself, with everything what I have in my life and what I appreciate, one of my goals was for 2020 is just really to learn how to accept good things in life, how to allow. And that's what I think one of the key things that you guys need to learn as well today from Jasmin, and as well from me, that works. As moment you will allow actually this universe to give you what you deserve, that's what you're going to receive. The moment when you're saying, oh, I'm not good enough to earn this money, or I'm good stupid, or I'm that's what will stop you and will really break you in the way of what you need to actually achieve in that life. And how do you actually react to the failures, your personal experience? Like I could start with myself as well. Like I'm very easy if something going wrong. Like today, we're having the live. I was preparing to this live for a while. Now, before like our live, my tripod is actually broke. So right now, guys, if you don't see, I'm sitting here holding the actually the phone with my hand. And I know maybe it doesn't look so professionally, but to be honest, I don't care because I know I have amazing speaker today with me. Plus, Jasmin, I know you were streaming me on Facebook, but my laptop just died minutes ago, and I don't want to disrupt our live to get the charger. That's why I'm really sorry for that, but I hope your audience still see you at your live. So I'm taking it easy. I'm go with the flow because I know in the end I'm delivering the value. How you actually reacting on failures, and what is when it's happening to you, what you're thinking about that?
I love that question. I just filmed a YouTube video yesterday on how to handle stressful situations. So that's the perfect answer to this. I also have a YouTube channel. I do that a lot. Vivi says you guys are so sweet. Seeing a lot of my friends on here. Just shout out to you all for still watching. I love you guys so much. And also, of course, your audience, Nina. Thanks so much. So thanks for being here, everyone, by the way. But yeah, so basically what I do is I actually shifted my mindset around failures and problems. I think they're all opportunities to grow. They're all opportunities to grow. It's not a problem. It's not a failure. This is an opportunity to grow, right? Yeah. So that's the whole point. Today, earlier, also, we had a stressful situation. One of my team members, there was a lot of things going on. And my first immediate reaction was, what's the best that can happen? And guess why I'm asking myself this question is because it's my screensaver on my phone. What's the best that can happen? So I'm priming my mind to already react the way I want to react and see the opportunity in this. What's the best that can happen, right? So the more I focus on what I want to focus on, the more I can actually create more of what I want. So when I see something going wrong, if I get pissed off, I get pissed off, and that's okay. I'm not going to make myself, feel guilty for getting pissed off. I'm a real human being. I'm a very passionate person. I have a lot of fire inside of me. If I'm angry, and I will not swallow my anger. I'll let myself be angry for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. But then I'm going to move on. I'll play some Beyonce and shake my ass and move on, right? This is how I deal with anger. I start shifting my pattern, and I'm going to have fun because I know that this is not, this is not the big thing. I know this is easier said than done, but the more often you break your pattern and you interrupt what you're doing, I will watch funny cat videos. I don't care, whatever it takes to get myself out of the situation. Yes, I am saying this for real, and I mean it for real. Because if you are in the same state, you cannot find the solution. You can't be in the same vibration of attracting the problem and attract the solution. You have to get out of it. You can't get there from there. You have to go there and attract from another state. So you have to elevate your vibration and focus on what is the opportunity. And if you're not ready to focus on the opportunity and you are pissed off, then you are pissed off or you're sad or you resent, and that's okay. Because the more you're trying to resist it, the more energy you're going to be sinking down. Because resistance, and like you said, you have to allow and you have to attract. But the more you resist it and the more you fight it, it's going to weigh down your energy and you're going to attract more of that stuff that you don't want. So you have to focus on, I'm feeling this way. It's okay to feel this way. You acknowledge yourself. And then you take a deep breath. And now you think, okay, now I know this situation sucks and I don't like it. But what's another way to look at this? Could this be an opportunity? And then I have my affirmations that I've programmed in my mind for the past years. Everything always works out better than I expect. What is the gift in this? What's the best that can happen? Great questions, great answers.
That's super. And that's another one, super great how-to that you guys and girls could start already today actually to train your mindset. And I could give you only plus 100. I think there was a time period we were discussing with you that we were attending the similar coaching, right? That helped a lot as well in our life. And I'm as well always training my mindset in terms of, okay, what actually I learned, what the opportunity, how did I see myself differently in that situation? It's really helping a lot. We almost ran out of time. And guys, if you have any questions, thank you for all your hearts, for your reaction, for saying that this is an interesting question and interesting answers. Really happy that we actually delivering today value, and that's why we're having this session. Probably one of my last question. I have actually two last questions. Okay, so guys, if you have anything, just shoot, because otherwise I take from you that opportunity. And so, if you would meet yourself 10 years ago, what would be one advice that you're going to give yourself? That's one of my favorite questions to ask.
Oh my God. Okay, so 10 years ago, I was 15. And Nina, I don't even know how old you are, by the way.
33.
33. Oh my God, you're so young too. You always make me sound like I'm a baby. You're not that old. You're like, at this age. And I'm like, you're just a couple of years older than me. Okay, so when I was 15, I would tell myself, because I was always the overthinker and really worrying about everything. And I used to not want to share my age, actually, because I was like, oh, people might disregard me. And now I'm actually proud that I'm 25 and I achieved what I've achieved. So yeah, I would tell myself to not listen to everyone else too much and listen to yourself more. Listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, your soul, and really focus on what it is that feels good and what doesn't feel good. I would tell myself, really feel into it. If you have a bad feeling about this kid, don't see them again. Don't waste your time with them. Don't give your energy just out of feeling bad. You know how you overgive? I was always a pleaser. Like, I was always like pleasing everyone, making everybody happy, not focusing my own needs. If you want to say no, say no. Just say no. And it's okay. It's okay to say no. It's okay to stand up for what you believe in. Привет. Yeah, so that's it. Хорошо.
And that's super advice. Listen, that's super advice that I think many people were hearing similar things, like listen yourself, etc. But what my would be advice, take the Jasmin advice, think about that, like really reflect on that. And ask yourself, are you really like doing this? Or are you just listening this and not doing this, right? So listen doesn't mean like to do. And I believe that, I hope that after today's session, you guys start to do, actually doing things, achieving things, etc. And my last one is, if there is any book or maybe coaching or mentor or any person in the world that so inspired you and that you would love to recommend audience who gonna watch, who is watching us today and who gonna watch us afterwards, like must read or must listen or must see person or book or
So it's a good, I mean, obviously my first idea would say Tony Robbins, right? But I think but I just think it depends on your situation. And because I just said because I just said listen to your own guidance and situation, I think I want the audience to connect with their heart and like type into, you know, Google or YouTube or, you know, Google, type in and say, you know, like, you know, top mentors, and just listen into different people and see what you can learn from each and every one of them. So I love Gabby Bernstein for meditation and breath work, and she has a very feminine, she was a cocaine addict and now she's a spiritual mentor. So she's very inspiring. Tony Robbins is great for believing yourself. And I'm going to give you guys a couple so you can choose. It's like really believing in yourself and getting it done and making it happen. Then there is also Marie Forleo. She is incredible. I love her. You know, she's got a really fun energy and she's kind of a mixture of a goal-getter. And these three people are friends, by the way. So it's just beautiful, you know, to see their kind of circle. There's people like Oprah Winfrey, and she's a woman of color. She's an incredible thought leader. She has, you know, incredible soul sessions with Oprah. And I mean, there's so many people out there. Just go on YouTube and have a search and trust the universe that they'll bring you the right person. Obviously check out Nina's stuff. Nina is amazing. And yeah, and just move forward and see who's right for you. And that's why I said, like, don't focus on only one person, but just feel into who's right for you. Take your own opinions. Don't listen to too many things that other people are saying that are right for you, but listen to your heart of what you should be doing. And if you do want, more advice, and you want to know how you can create a 6-figure coaching, consulting business, whatever you want, just DM me the word success, and I'd be happy to chat more and see where you're at, and we can have a conversation of seeing how you can, start your own coaching business, your consulting business, maybe you're a service-based online entrepreneur. What is best for you, and how fast can you have more impact? Because remember, every single day that you're not sharing your gifts with this world, you're taking away from a person that needs you, because people right now need us more than ever. They need you to show up with your gifts. So just DM me the word success if you want to hear more, so I know you're coming from Nina. And yeah, just say hi. I don't bite, right?
Yeah, that's super cool, guys. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you from all deep of my heart. You're incredible already. I could feel your energy, like sitting in another part of Berlin, close to Berlin, but sitting in a different part of Berlin. And this was just so deep conversation, so inspirational and so honest. That's like, that's the gift that you gave today to my audience and to your audience, and I'm really truly appreciate for that. And guys, I hope you learned a lot today. So please, of course, DM Jasmin. If I would be on your place, I would use that opportunity like as fast as I can. But I'm lucky I have Jasmin in my life already, so I could do it as well anytime. And guys, please follow our speakers. Next, actually, week we're gonna have our joint friend Carolina.
Yes.
Who's gonna teach us about personal branding, and then afterwards, you're gonna have just me, and I'm gonna teach you how to build like really successful CV to get employed. If you still didn't decide to do your own business. In case if you decide, then just go to Jasmin. That's
I love
Thank you very much, love. Like, it was really pleasure to have you. And guys, have a happy Friday. And yes, follow us, follow Jasmin, follow me, and have a wonderful weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Nina. Bye, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.